Well Height, and I did my presentation on how yoga can help a dancer's performance. I did quite a bit of research looking through many periodicals and books, and I didn't find a lot of studies done on it. I only found one. And so most of my content has come from uh, magazine articles and interviews. So first, we're going to go to yoga and dance. Since the early 1900s, postmodern dance choreographers such as Ruth St. Denis, Martha Graham, Merce Cunningham, and Bill T. Jones have acknowledged the influences of yoga on their careers. These came from uh, autobiographies that have expressed in each of these choreographers how yoga has helped influence not only their abilities to dance and their longevity, but also how it's influenced modern dance. Oops, trying to get that a little bit bigger so you don't have to see my whole screen. All right. In the next several slides, I will elaborate on multiple ways yoga can contribute to improved strength, flexibility, alignment, breath control, mental health, and dance performance. Yoga improves strength. Core strengthening is essential in many types of yoga, such as vinyasa flow, core power yoga, Iyengar yoga, and Ashtanga. I have done each of these and am familiar with how much core strength is required to do each of these. And in this particular picture, this guy is definitely showing an immense amount of core strength. Strengthening core muscles improves a dancer's stability when performing jumps or turns. And standing postures in yoga rely on the same muscles that are used in dance movements. So poses like downward dog, balancing poses, and back bends can help develop body strength and more specifically back strength to help a dancer nail that arabesque. There are many more poses that would help, and having a regular practice helps increase your core strength. Yoga improves flexibility. Flexibility, or in dance they call it mobility, is an essential skill for any dancer. That will help your range of motion, your flexibility, the ability to even lift one leg up to 130 degrees. Yoga is excellent for increasing flexibility because it stretches muscle, improves circulation throughout the body, and helps a dancer perform complicated steps or poses more easily. By lengthening the muscles, the dancer appears taller and leaner than that of, say, a gymnast, which a gymnast body tends to be have more bulkier muscles. And even in my own experience, my body looked more lengthened, which is often preferred for the dancer's body type. And in one of the interviews I watched with Leanne Albreda, she even mentioned that people were saying, "Did you get taller last year?" And she had just gone to a yoga retreat. So pretty amazing with a regular practice of yoga, how it can lengthen the body, create more flexibility and mobility. Yoga improves alignment. Yoga is naturally a slower paced practice, each movement requiring a greater level of precision, which ensures each position is performed correctly. So your focus on alignment can really help you build a strong foundation for better stability and power, which is going to help create more power, more stability on your foundation, also for jumps, also for alignment, so your lines in ballet. Holding poses for longer duration improves intrinsic muscles, tendons, and ligaments. That is something that my yoga mentor taught me over 25 years ago. Yoga establishes breath control. An important lesson in yoga is mastering breath control. Many dancers have not been taught to use breath to power certain movements. You can use breath to empower your dance by consciously inhaling and exhaling when the choreography calls for it. A full inhale on a develop and point, or an exhale as you curl the body in on itself, can add an extra bit of punch and power. That was supposed to have quotation marks. I'm not sure what happened to that one. And I think what they're talking about here is when you take a yoga class, it's a lot about the breath. The teachers usually have come to know how important it is to inhale, raise the arm, exhale, push to the floor. There's breath connected with a movement that will bring more awareness to the breath in the body. Yoga encourages mindful breathing techniques that will help keep a dancer relaxed and more centered before and during performance or practice sessions. An efficient breathing pattern is essential to finishing long and challenging allegro combinations. This should also be in quotations, as comes from the Corps de Ballet. Next is yoga improves mental health. Dancing can be very mentally demanding. Preparing for performance may lead to stress and anxiety. Practicing yoga regularly can reduce these feelings by calming the mind and relieving tension in the body. Many dancers find that meditative quality of yoga can be carried out throughout other activities, including dance. Yoga can help dancers reduce anxiety levels, increase body awareness, align their body, mind, and spirit. And as Leanne Albright said, we have so much to gain by sitting quietly and learning to love ourselves. It's better medicine than anything. I really enjoyed the interview with her and for the whole body interview with Jess. I can't think of her last name all of a sudden. And but it was really nice to see a dancer who has become a yoga instructor um, really truly understand how to incorporate yoga for a ballet dancer. She said one of the most important things is to not overstretch, whereas a dancer's like, oh, I can get into this so easy, it's so easy. But she said one of the most important things is to focus on making sure that you're doing things right and holding the precision of the alignment and not overstretching and overdoing it. Yoga improves dance performance. Dance is physically demanding. Dancers are required to move their bodies in ways that are counterintuitive and likely to put stress on joints and the spine. Any dancer will benefit from yoga to maintain maximum flexibility and strength to reduce the risk of injury. Practicing yoga builds awareness of your body with all of its strengths and weaknesses. You are simultaneously building the neural pathways to help you learn and control every nuance of dance movement. So, dance and yoga movement. And going back to the risk of injury. So, I find that when you work your body in alignment, which is what my mentor was all about, it really truly does reduce your risk of injury, because as you build those intrinsic muscles, tendons, and ligaments, they become stronger and stronger and able to withstand um, imbalances, or let's say if you go to twist your ankle, you have enough flexibility and strength to recover from it very quickly. So it's very balancing practicing yoga as a dancer, because there are certain as Leanne Albright said, um, there's a lot of outturns in ballet, whereas yoga strengthens the body with more interns of the leg and hips. So it balances those muscles out. Practicing yoga builds awareness of your body. With all of its strengths and weaknesses, you are simultaneously building the neural pathways to help you learn to control every nuance of movement. So those neural pathways, so that's building in your neuroplasticity. Breathing deeply brings in more oxygen to the body, which means more power to your movements. So I find this so awesome because, whether we're doing cardio workout or other types of cross training, having more oxygen in the body gives you more power in your movement, and bringing that awareness of your breath to your movement is going to help all of your dance and also your recovery time. But competing for jobs and parts, or even competing against the dancer you were a year ago today as part of the picture. Every dancer needs to find tools to cope with that stress. If not, it's going to be a short career. That is a quote from Gabriella Papa, who is a life coach and a digital wellness consultant. She also is a dancer and studying yoga. She shared some of her opinions, and I have to honestly say, a lot of the people that I read their magazine articles or their opinions, I have to agree with them. After I started teaching yoga in 1999, and my instructor really taught me about alignment and helped me restructure my body. So I'm very familiar with what these people are talking about. Yoga and dance. I hope you enjoyed learning how yoga can contribute to improved strength, flexibility, alignment, breath control, mental health, and dance performance. After being a dancer, athlete, and yoga instructor, I see how they all are complementary to each other. What I love most about doing yoga is the fact that it's a safe space to be right where you are. And with all your energy, injuries, imperfections, or pain, or whatever, without any judgment or the sense of feeling the need to be competitive, it is truly an anchor of peace. So being on the mat is like, okay, this is where there is no judgment. This is about me just being me in the moment, no matter how my body feels today, and I'm just going to do the best I can. And I just have to say, yoga has been a big part of my life and my health, and it was a pleasure to do this research project and realize how yoga has influenced uh, dancers since the early 1900s. Here are my citations and a little biography about myself. So I am super happy to finish this and hope you have a great day. I hope you enjoyed it.